One of the problems I see in people that can block them from becoming self-aware or from a Kundalini awakening or from going inward is that they focus way too much on the outcome. They focus way too much on this ideal self. They focus way too much on how they should be, and it actually disconnects them from the very thing who they are. And this type of a mindset is actually, unfortunately, a product of our society and our reality, that we put too much importance of the outcome or output and achievement. This is a collective issue with us, that we value people by where they are or what they show. And this is what you have to really overcome, that you stop comparing yourself to everyone else and where they are or where you should be, and start focusing on the now and allowing yourself to fail, and start focusing on what is happening within you, start focusing on integration, and the awakening or self-awareness is going to be a result of this process, instead of the opposite, that you are really focusing on the outcome or on the goal and you try to get there. And to do that, you have to really connect to and embody your child self, because your child self is disconnected from this head part. The head part is this goal setting, focusing on perfection, focuses on okay, this is what I want, so execution and lots of planning and prediction. And the child self is more of a reactive, wants to test things. It's full of curiosity, and it's more about, I don't know, I wanna try. That's why you see children is eating mud and shit and anything from the ground. They are just curious of everything. So basically, going inward, it's not only about remembering your childhood wounds, recalling this pain, but also allowing this awareness system to become more active within you. So instead of focusing too much on the end goal, you actually just going to things and testing things. And there was an experiment I really want you to take home. It's very interesting. They had two main groups, and within the two main groups, they had subgroups. And this was a competition and also experiment at the same time. One group was children, lots of small groups of children, and the other group was CEOs and executives and people with master's degree and bachelor's degree and PhD and all of these top people. And they gave all of these the exact same thing. They gave them marshmallow, they gave them dry spaghetti stick. Maybe you done that at school. We did it during my MBA twice. And they gave them some tape, like sticky tape, and something else. Can't remember. It doesn't really matter. The key here is that when we are adults, we actually get stuck in this planning state, and this is exactly what these adults did as well, that they didn't do anything for a very long time. They were planning. They wanted to come up with the perfect plan. Sorry, I forgot to say what was the goal. The goal was who could build the tallest tower out of these elements. So the adults try to come up with the best idea to create the tallest one, and when the plan was won, that's when they went to execution. And the children, because they didn't have this cognitive part yet fully functioning, these children were like kindergarten age children, like 3, 4, 5, under 6. They didn't have this way of thinking. They were still thinking as a child, so doing things on the go, testing things. And guess who won? The little kindergarten children beat the crap out of these adults who were CEOs and having master's degrees and bachelor's degree. Because this type of a thing that you try and test and do things on the go requires constant change. They were able to change to get the best outcome instead of trying to do it in the head and then execute it. So this is what you should think about when you are focusing too much on the things, that maybe instead of being there in your head all the time and forcing yourself to go towards and maybe feeling bad about yourself that you are not there yet, just start to connect with this child self and be okay that maybe you don't go as fast. Maybe you don't get there yet. And this is going to be a really weird example, but I'm really sorry, that's the best example I could come up with. That the biggest issue with people when it comes to sex, that they really focus on that, okay, they want to get to the end and having an orgasm. And if it's a guy, they put an extreme importance that the female should have one as well. But it's really not about connection. It's about they want to feel good about themselves, that yeah, I'm a guy, and it's a really ego thing. So it's really focused on the outcome. But there is a completely different way of doing things. That's what Tantra is, that you slow the whole thing down, and instead of focusing on the outcome, you focus on being together. And this is what brings connection between the two people, and the experience is going to be slower and deeper, and it requires really getting to know each other, and it's really slow, and the orgasm is just happening as a natural result of what they are doing. But it's not the goal, it's not the destination, it just happens when it happens, but it's really on the side. So this is kind of the huge difference between this way of thinking, that you go inward because you want to process and you want to get to know yourself, and you are patient with yourself, because this is a part of self-acceptance as well. And if you have an awakening or not, that is completely okay. It happens when it's time, but you don't try to force it. And this way of thinking is going to take a lot of pressure away from you. So you are going to be a lot calmer, and you are going to be a lot more accepting with yourself. So actually, the probability that you get where you want to be is going to be higher. See you in my next video.